2.
You know what it looks like to me, Widow?
What's that?
Boots of elven stuff.
Alright, thanks.
Cloak of elven things.
All I know is that I am in desperate need of a better armor. I've only got an armor class. I'm getting hit hard and often.
Well, I'll put shield on you next time, but it's concentration.
So I'm hoping something in there will help me.
Something's plus 11, you're going to get hit quite often anyway, so...
I
roll really
hit
bad.
From anything.
Yeah, I was using shield and did nothing.
That would be awesome.
I should have used... Oh, I should have used my dynamite of dragon killing. I'll remember that for next time.
Well, lucky you. I have some... Can you wear chainmail? Because this would be beneficial for you.
You're talking about me?
No.
Yeah, I can wear some... No, you're talking about Widow.
You're already wearing full plate, dude.
I know, I was going to say, I don't know why I'd need chainmail, but whatever. But Widow's way over there. Yoink.
So can you wear a chain shirt? I mean, I'm sorry, not chainmail, chain shirt. You should be able to, that's medium armor.
Yeah, I think I can wear that as long as it's not like a dex penalty or anything like that on any of my
Snarkosa.
checks.
Thank you, Snarkosa.
You'll be stealthing. Ching!
Thank you, Snarkosa, for the follow.
Ching! Every time you take a step.
So you still have 1 arrow of dragon slaying left, if I'm not mistaken, too, don't you?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
So it just occurred to me, those are arrows of dragon slaying. Don't you have a crossbow bolt?
Well, they're bolts of dragon.
Bolts.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Thank you for the clarification on that.
That just hit me. I don't know. I don't know anything. Dude, you're all like D&D experts.
I'm just waiting for Donk to turn into an elven. That's all I'm waiting for tomorrow.
I pay money to see that.
Alright, so we've seen the chain. It might be a magical chain shirt that Widow can use. Did you figure out what everything else is, Vay? What about those boots? What about those boots?
Listen to me. This is all pretty much just for her, so... Yeah, it's,
it is?
It's boots of elven kind, which gives you advantage on stealth.
Yay!
And then this cloak gives you advantage on perception checks. However, you know, the cleric may have a higher wisdom. It might be better for him, I'm not sure.
Well, if it's an elvish quality cloak, I mean, I'm all over that. If it's something that's done by like a stupid Smurfalifigan or something, I don't want to wear anything like that.
Well, I have proficiencies in perceptions, like +8.
What's the name of the cloak?
Oh, it's a cloak of elven kind. I'm sorry. It means you have... It's wisdom perception checks made on you have disadvantage. So it just makes you hide better.
I'm not much for hiding. We could give it to Widow.
Yeah, so all this goes to Widow, really.
Yeah. Seems like all this stuff is cursed, I thought. Anything cursed? Anything cursed? No?
I don't know.
Very much. I knew my time would come eventually.
Yay! You just got everything.
Wes says the tags on them say "woven by Mick."
Yeah, she can have them all.
I didn't think that.
If that's the case.
I didn't. That wasn't the whole point of. But there was definitely a theme, as you can see. Elven kind and elven chain. You know, obviously this is all stolen loot.
Sweet.
From the Misty Forest.
So you guys can have the rest of their shit, but they're not getting this.
You can return this to Melondrock, or you can do as you choose.
I don't think there's any good among us any longer.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't care about the tapestries and stuff like that. I mean, of course, if given the choice, I'll say sell it and screw it, give me the money. But I'm not gonna, go to battle over that. But as far as the money, I mean, we're the ones out here risking our lives. It's, they can have their their tapestries and stuff back. If
Well,
they
I
want
mean,
them.
I disagree. I mean, these people, it's not their fault that they were robbed by a giant army of cultists. I think they probably worked their entire lives to create things. It's the right thing to do to give this stuff back, not to make a penny from it. I think that if we give it back, there might be some people there might be some elves that'll be like, you know what? We appreciate it. Here's a kickback. Here's some money. But I think just going out and selling it at a pawn store is a bad move, or a whatever it would be.
Well, I mean, can we
Waterdeep
compromise?
Brokers
Can we
Incorporated?
compromise and keep the stuff that's in the pile here and give him the rest of the stuff back?
I would say, for me, I don't care so much about the boots or any of this magic stuff. I mean, that's fine. But for me, it's the tapestries and any of the cultural type items that are related to the elf culture. I mean, we need to return that back to elf hands. I'm telling you. That's just my 2 cents.
Well, let's take a vote. I mean, everybody's got to say. I know we know Shrump backs you up on that.
Well, but plus I'm the leader, so I get two votes, right?
No, never.
Wait,
never.
I'll tell you. Is with this Tiberius's crew?
No.
Okay.
Never.
My vote is I don't care. Whatever.
All right, that's 3 votes for me.
No,
so we should
that's
give...
a vote of I don't care. That's your vote, and then there's Shrump.
What about you? Well, what about you, Shrump?
I'll say we give it all back to the people what as need of it, and that includes that fancy looking plate mail what you was wearing.
No.
No, we're not doing that.
So when we return and we talk to the king again, let's present him with these tapestries, let him know that what we found, and then we can hint to him that we need something.
Yeah, we can keep the money and the items, but we give them back them papers, pictures. What is sewn onto them to the walls? We give them that back.
Yeah, all their, cultural stuff like Tiberius said. We can.
Yeah, all the hoity-toity, namby-pamby stuff. What don't really matter.
I
That really horrible wine. Give them that back and all.
I'm not giving up my wine.
It tastes like the bottom of my jockstrap on a hot, sweaty day.
Thank God I'll never be-
wear a jockstrap.
Thank God that's territory I never planned to conquer.
All right, so I guess we're talking about this as we're through and dividing the items, and
Sure.
I'm just chucking most of this stuff into the portable hole. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be carrying around a giant silver block of stuff.
Yeah, the portable
But it
hole
does
is
say
getting pretty
Baldur's
full
Gate,
now,
so...
especially with all of the other stuff from Neronvain's room and whatnot. So you guys have any other business that you would like to do inside of the stronghold?
Vay has a bag of holding too, so we can cram stuff in there if we have to.
Right.
Thought you said you'd cram stuff in my hole. Never mind.
No. Just
Oh
no.
my god.
It's the same answer to, are you the leader of the group? No. I patted him on the
else?
head.
I'll check this room quickly to make sure there's no extra passages or doorways or anything in it.
No, but you see the little lake, the little stagnant lake that's over on the western portion of the chamber.
Assume that goes back to that other area.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't really want to meet whatever might be in there.
And you can see about 6 to 8 pools of these fish, and as you get closer to the edge of the bank, it seems like these pools go into a frenzy, and the waters really start to churn.
I can water walk if you guys want to go that way. I can put water walking on
No,
us
you have
and we
to
can...
go under the
You
water.
have to go under.
Oh, that blows.
Yeah, and a couple of the fish actually, as they're trying to, as they're going into a frenzy, and the water's like just boiling almost. And by this time, the rest of the roots and everything have now retracted back into the floor and into the walls, and so it just looks like a normal,
Yeah,
a
that's
normal
like
chamber
a-
now.
piranha for the revenge ending. I don't
Well,
want
these
to bother with that.
these are quippers. So these
Angry
are
salmon.
yeah. A couple of them fall out onto the, onto the bank, onto the little shore there, and you can tell that they're quippers. But there's actually one larger. You see the side of something really large, kind of the reflection of
That's the
the
quipper
side
snapper.
of its. Yeah, that's the quipper snapper. But there's actually a
I let them squipper snappers.
quite a large fish in there.
Quipper, please.
Oh,
I might fake push Widow into the. Ah!
I might
You
real
almost
push
died again.
Tiberius.
Don't.
oh wow.
Just teasing. I like push him up to the edge, and then right as he's teetering forward, I grab him and pull him back.
Hey, listen, I could do all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm just talking here, but I can water walk that fish and make it pop to the top. That big fish. Just FYI. I've done it before.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
Dangle
okay.
some bait over the edge of the pool or something? Are you gonna make me get out my monster manual? I'll get it out if you
No,
want.
it says... No, that's okay.
Come over here and grab Tiberius and dangle him over the pool.
It says if you target a creature submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet pound.
And what is that?
So it's a good way to
Yeah, but
it's water walk. It's like another way to use water walk. So I thought that would be kind of cool if we actually needed a fish, but we don't need that fish.
and would it
What's
work
that
if you
fish
had half a dozen blocks of silver bars from Baldur's Gate tied to your ankles?
That's right.
Snarkosa says it's the quipper picker-upper. I like that.
Oh, nice. That's water walking.
It's
That's
the
awesome.
quipper
The quipper
picker-upper.
picker-upper. Oh, that's awesome. I should do my super laugh channel, but I'm afraid I'll break the stream.
Well, if you
Please
turn it
never.
down, yeah.
I'll have to learn how to do that.
He has to recode it first.
He has to recode it. Nerd alert. Alright, so everything has basically gone back to its normal state before Chuth had arrived. You've pretty much
So can I just tell you,
decimated
Dave,
this
that you just said
entire place. Sure.
you just said nerd alert,
Mm-hmm.
and you're streaming a D&D game over the internet. Hello.
It is a nerd
Kettle,
alert. I
you're
fully admit
black.
it. Hello, Kettle, you are black. Nerd alert.
Exactly. All right, awesome.
So you guys want to head back to remember you have the Griffin Riders out there waiting. Your personal transporters.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the threat pretty much against the Misty Forest is over. You know what I mean?
Well, we know more information now than we did before. So maybe we should go back and just kind of tell people kind of what's going on, let them know what's going on, and return what we can.
Yeah,
Alright,
because
well, did we go
yeah.
back to Eaton, or whatever the name was?
Yeah.
That town in Misty Woods first?
yeah, sure.
Sure.
Well, yeah, when you get
let
out.
them know that we've run the...
Oh, sorry, Vay, go ahead. You get
let
back
them
to
know
the
we run the
town.
dragon off or whatever?
All right.
Must be a delay.
No, there's no delay. We're getting pretty late on time, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys get back to the small town, and there is an individual. Well, first off, before you meet this individual, which you already know who it is, several of the elves ask, "Have you found all of our family heirlooms?" And they're kind of eyeing Widow up and down as she's wearing, all of this.
We didn't see any looms.
So did you find any of the family heirlooms, or
Oh, absolutely.
our paintings, or
I'm gonna
our candles,
I'm gonna reach.
our
I'm gonna
trinkets,
open up my portable hole.
our jewelry boxes? Did you find any of it?
I'm gonna open up my portable hole and say I found some tapestries. I'm gonna start pulling some of that stuff out, and rolling it out. But I'm going to be extra cautious, like it's the most important thing that I've ever seen. Brushing off any kind of chunks of blood or meat that might have been left over from the battle, and just unfolding it and laying them out in the on the ground and letting everybody just kind of ooh and ah over it.
All right, so
and I'll say, yes, Tiberius did this for you. And you know, Tiberius Glimmerleaf, the noble.
And only Tiberius. Is that what you're saying, Tiberius?
Oh, I'm saying Tiberius helped or had help from his crew, but yes, we've done
crew.
it. Yeah, the Tiberius crew, T crew is what I have to call them.
T crew.
You are our crew.
So as you're pulling these,
so I'll unfold most of these things out.
Tapestries and paintings and other heirlooms, it seems like the elves are kind of putting them in different piles for the different respective villages and towns that were actually attacked, because they're all marked. It seems like they're all marked with their the elvish designs and the elvish writings and stuff. And they're, this village would be so happy this was, this was found.
They'll say
and
good
this was
people.
Found. Yes.
Good people.
Yes.
We went through a lot of pain and suffering to return these items to you. But I want you to be aware that next time that we require help with anything, I would really appreciate it if you guys could step up and help us.
Well, what kind of help would you need? Do you need healing? What do you need? You may have that now.
Right
if you
now.
wish.
Yeah, I can go for some healing. Yeah, so I think right now it would be good if you could help us get back on our feet before we take off. But
Sure.
I'm just meaning to be named later.
Oh,
Kind of like you owe me one. You owe us one, kind of a deal. Just in case, because look, we're going against this Tiamat. We may need to raise a little bit of an army. I just want you to know what we're doing on your behalf.
the warden. Remember the warden that you had caught out into the forest? You did not see the warden, but the other elves are kind of looking at each other like, typical humans, and you actually hear, a couple human-like snickers.
Hey, it's in. I would say this in Elvish. I'm hanging around elves.
But the warden does come out of the woodwork, and the warden says, "We will help you in the future." So the warden is there. No, the warden doesn't wink. He says, "We will help you in the future. That is the least that you're right. That is the least that we can do."
All right, little icon shows up. Warden now believes, just like in
I can see
the question mark come up.
gracefully, like some kind
That's
of
right.
gazelle or something.
Oh, he did.
Perfect.
He was holding his hip like Freddie Mercury did, as Freddie Mercury held the side of his hip and just straddled out with his back arched, he came out and straddled out like
his
that.
heels don't touch the ground.
I see a little silhouette
awesome.
of a man. Oh yeah, he strut out like a gazelle. And
awesome.
he calls you. He says that his people do the misty woods, the misty forest do owe you. They owe you, and they owe the council. And they thank you for it.
Perfect.
Now, another individual comes out of the woodwork, which you remember. Now, do you remember a certain? Oh, and actually, the warden asked, "Did you kill Neronvain? And did you kill the dragon Chuth?" And he kind of asks you guys that to the side, to where none of the other elves are really listening in, because they're still taking, all of the, they're still reaching into the portable hole and grabbing all of this stuff out. And the warden is just a little curious as to if Neronvain, and he's a little worried. Is he going to come back to the Mystic Forest?
Is he talking to all of us?
He's talking to all of you, yeah.
He asks, or is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
So
talking to
I'll
all
look
of you. You're all
around. Is
kind of
anybody
huddled
else?
together there.
Is anybody else volunteering any information
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah.
I'll just tell him exactly what happened. That we tried our best to kill him, but he is a very, very slippery customer.
We gave him quite a beating, and he left. It's possible that he has probably moved on from this area, knowing the dangers that this area has now. And, of course, once he gets back to his lair and finds out everything is gone and back to the rightful owners, he probably will move on.
Yeah.
And he says, well, it is a good date indeed to know that the dragon has hopefully left the misty forest. So,
Though his father is apparently going to be having a really bad day if he gets his way.
the warden looks over and says, the lady's here. And a couple other elves
Ladies?
looked over. Yeah. Remember Lady Elia from the Second Council of Waterdeep? And he goes, Lady Elia, what graces you with your presence to our village? And this is the ancient silver dragon. This is Otari. Well, Otari, Otaary, Otari. Remember Otari that you met at the council? The female?
Yep.
Well, she says, I am here to speak to all of you. It is about the audience with the metallic dragons. And the warden says, then I will leave you, and good graces and all of this. And the warden, he does look back and say, you may call upon us when you need our help. So, Lady Otari, Otari the ancient dragon, or Lady Elia as you guys know her, she tells you that it is time to meet the other elders, the other ancient metallic dragons, and she is here to provide the transportation for the 600-mile journey to the Nether Mountains.
Oh my god. Are we going to ride on a dragon's back?
So, yep, it looks like it. So you are here. Now I'm going to share the map with you guys. You're here. As I sync the map, you're here in the Misty Forest.
I can't see where I am, Dave. There's a giant arrow in the way.
Yeah, that's it. Now, up here is the Nether Mountains, and I will move the arrow up here, 600 miles away. Sir Galahad, thank you very much for the follow, Sir Galahad 187. I appreciate it. That is the 600-mile journey that you will make upon Otari's back. She is the ancient silver dragon of the council. Now, you're going to need a special boon to make this journey. And she does ask everyone to come out of the... She doesn't want to make this such a huge spectacle. And she also asks the Griffin Riders to return back to Waterdeep. And she will provide transportation back to Waterdeep for all of you. Now she is going to put a boon on you, and as you all leave the small elven village, there is an opening, and she starts to perform a ritual. And basically what happens is all of you basically become, I want to say, encased in these spheres. And these spheres actually attach to Otari. And then Otari, she turns into this beautiful ancient dragon, this beautiful ancient silver dragon. This is the largest dragon you have ever seen. I mean, if you thought Chuth was big, Otari is no, yeah. What is an ancient silver dragon's breath? I think it's probably 32 D10. So, yeah. So Otari turns into this silver dragon.
Well, you're rolling it by yourself.
And
I shall observe through a telescope.
She's speaking to you also, and she says, now, this boon will provide you safety as you ride on my back, and we'll make the 600-mile journey from the Misty Forest to the Nether Mountains. And
is she speaking audibly, or is it in our heads?
No, she's speaking her, with.
Okay, all right.
She's speaking with her mouth, and she tells you that there are 4 other ancient dragons that want to meet you, and this is where we'll go ahead. No, I think we'll go. No, yeah, we're going to go ahead and end here for tonight.